Launching BD agency in Web3. This is a topic that you wanted for me to talk for a long time. Now I am ready to give you the full blueprint. So, one, BD agency is not an easy business. And if you're working for a company right now, you work there as a BD and you're like, what would it be if I start my own company and I just do what I do, but I do it for more clients and I have more money and then I can hire more people and then we can do all of these things and blah, 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 blah. In theory, it will work like this, and I know a couple of people that are doing this business and they are successful and they have their own businesses and they're doing BD professionally for businesses in Web3. But there's few important caveats that you need to understand before we actually jump into the business. And after we talk through them, we're just gonna go and we're gonna talk about them, the whole process. If you're not interested to listen to me talking about you making the choice to do it or not do it, then just jump to the time codes in the video. So. First, you need to decide if you really want to do it. And when I say to decide, just sit down and calculate the math. How much money you will be making if you start working as a solo BD agency, because then it's a hard business and you're not gonna make a shit ton of money per client. Maybe if you do something very specific, then yes, but in reality, if you're gonna work with just regular projects, not talking about top tier and when you're gonna do some special work, if you just want to do like normal regular BD, we're not talking about very high paychecks and how you're gonna solve problems with churn, and if you really need this. So sit down, calculate, because then basically the only way for you to scale your agency is going to be if you hire more people and then you get more clients and then etc. And I have a couple of friends that, for example, in the beginning they have been working for free a lot. They have been investing a lot upfront, and only then they got successful businesses, successful companies running when they already had some good reviews, some good connections, and people trusting them with their money and to run their businesses. In the beginning, that's going to be a harder model to scale. So putting that thing aside, let's say you tell yourself, yes, I want the BD agency. So if you do want this, then in the beginning you want to find the business first client that needs your BD or sales help and is ready to pay you. That's also very important. And you need to create an offer specifically for that business so you can beat any employee. Because if you're just solo and you're like, hey, dear CEO, I can do BD for you, what's the point for them hiring an external body if they can hire somebody internally? What's going to be a part of your offer? What you're going to give to that CEO that the internal employee won't have? Maybe you have more experience, maybe you have a better offer, this or that. You need to create a really good and sophisticated offer. If you don't know what to do, run it by ChatGPT, talk with ChatGPT about it. It's going to be the best advisor for you. Just get this video, make a screenshot out of this, put in ChatGPT, and then say, hey ChatGPT, what do you think about all of this? And start working with give it another spin, because this video should not be like a complete full guide. Try to take this video and knowledge, apply it to your own context, and then come up with something really unique that's going to be a good fit and good solution for you. Next one is you will land your first BD client, ideally, if you do the normal BD job that you would do for anyone else. So building prospecting sequences, hopping on calls, presenting offers, negotiating, all these things. If you do this with your first client, because then they will have a feeling what kind of the person you're going to be working and how you're going to sell for them. If you cannot sell yourself, how can they be confident that you can sell their product? So ideally, if you just build your own pipeline of potential prospects and projects that would want to work with you, and then if you have a big enough pipeline, you will land a good client soon enough. Once you have the first client, just start doing for them what you need to do, and you don't have to do any additional tasks. If they ask you, hey, so how competent are you can just show them the numbers of the campaign that you have did to find a new client, and that's basically it. Then an example of a good offer is going to be something when you can go and you can say, hey, I will produce X results for you, or you don't pay me. For example, I will book you 5 qualified demos a week, and if I don't book it, you're gonna pay me. Oh, you're not gonna pay me, but if I do book 5 or more, you're gonna pay me X amount of dollars per each, or amount of revenue, or any other metric that's gonna be important for your client. You can base your offer around that. No employee, okay, not every employee will agree to that kind of model, but it's a good model for an agency where the project feels that if they do not do the job, if they overpromised, then we're not gonna have to pay them, for doing nothing, but if they do, then perfect, we're gonna pay them, everybody's happy. And then the last one is some BD agencies also help growing followers or landing developers or improving engagement for a specific project or any other like marketing related activities, but they just do it through the BD meetings, by example, by doing partnerships. This can also be the way. So really it all depends by your client. What's their main KPI, what they're looking for? Is it revenue based? Is it like community based? And try to base your offer around it, and then go create yourself a big solid pipeline of candidates that can be your potential clients. And then that's basically it. That's how you close the first one. After you close the first one, you work with them, maybe you ask for an introduction, or you just continue prospecting, you grow yourself a second client. And then the moment when you feel that you have reached your capacity, for example, the capacity of not having interesting, why my camera stopped working? Well, that's a weird one, but I do not want to over record this because the thing is really very good. So yeah, that's basically it. Just focus on things that you can control, do more of them, and the time when you feel that you cannot scale more, just hire more people and continue doing more and more and more. I'm wishing you all the success. If you launch a good and successful BD agency after this one, give me a shout in a year or two, and yeah, we're gonna be in touch. Every links, every information that you need to know is already on the channel, so go, feel free to explore it. And I hope that the knowledge that I'm sharing with you is gonna help you to get richer, healthier, faster, and better professional. So have a good one, and bye bye.